real quick for 5 minutes here, while we're talking about these Texans and Packers who are kind of on similar paths so far on their way into the playoffs. If you had to pick between the two of them right now, like, who's a more dangerous team the rest of the way through?
I'd go Green Bay. Again, very similar. Two good quarterbacks, decent weapons who are succeeding from their quarterbacks, playing how well they are. I'll give it to the Packers because I'm a huge Aaron Jones guy. I like the run game. Singletary's good, and Houston's got a good run game for sure. But I trust Green Bay's a little bit more. They're a little bit more three-dimensional on the offensive side of the ball. Whereas Houston, I feel, would kind of, in a big game on the road, would really rely on a big game from Stroud. Mm-hmm. Whereas Love can take some of the pressure off himself by giving the ball to Aaron Jones and watching him go for 100 yards and a touchdown. Singletary lacks that more so than Aaron Jones does. So I give it to the Packers because their run game with Aaron Jones.
Okay.
On the other hand, though, you do have to think about the defenses. And while the Packers defense played pretty well against the Cowboys, their defense has been an enormous vulnerability for them all season. Meanwhile, the Texans defense, they're not the 49ers. They're not the Ravens. They're not the best in the NFL. But they've had a consistently solid defense throughout the year. They're excellent against the run, opposite of the Packers there. They're pretty good against the pass. They get plenty of sacks. So I think the Texans defense is actually something that when you have a quarterback who makes a mistake or two, or you get the inevitable 3-and-out, because regardless of what Jordan Love would have you believe, you can't score a touchdown on every single drive, every single game. Sometimes you need your defense to do something. So I know I'm kind of a defense guy. This is my reputation. This is what I really love watching in the NFL. But DeMeco Ryans and the Texans defense impresses me enough that when you've got two quarterbacks that played basically the same, I'm giving it to the team with the better defense. And when I say basically the same, here's what I mean. Yeah, Jordan Love, 16 for 21. CJ Stroud, 16 for 21.
Yes.
Love, 272 yards. Stroud, 274. Both 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, both perfect passer ratings.
Nearly.
I mean, these guys are the same.
No,
nearly
identical.
perfect.
Like literally
157.2.
Yeah, basically identical stat lines in this one. I do think that the Packers are a more dangerous team at this point in time, and I'll say that because of the offense, the weapons that they have around. We've said multiple times now, the Packer receiver room goes 4 or 5 deep. In Houston, they have weapons, but it does feel like Nico Collins has been carrying the receiver room there since the Tank Dell injury, and Noah Brown, I can't even remember. He's banged up too right now. So I think that this Packer offense, not that, I still think CJ Stroud's a little better than Jordan Love, even though it's neck and neck right here. I mean, we're talking about 2 top 7 quarterbacks in football, which is just absurd that we're even saying that. But between the two of them at the moment, I think this Packer offense, I mean, listen to this. In the Cowboy game, here's how their drives went. Touchdown, punt, touchdown, 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 touchdown. And then they punted a couple times at the end of the game when it was over. Yeah, that's sick.
The Packers receiver room goes deeper. Like, they have 3 or 4 real solid weapons for Jordan Love to pick and choose from.
So I do think the Packers are a more dangerous team, and they're hotter coming into this. When it comes to who I think has a better chance of getting to the Super Bowl, though, the 49ers to me are the best team. Oh, man, I don't know, actually, because the Ravens are playing well.
Better than the Niners.
Would you rather, what's an easier path?
I think there's a better chance that the Packers beat San Fran.
I do too. Because if the Packers beat San Fran, I like their chances in the championship game against Detroit or Tampa or Philly.
Like, the Texans got to go Baltimore and then Buffalo or Kansas City.
Yeah. But, I mean, I think these are two teams that are leading similar journeys throughout the playoffs here. And the last question we'll have before we move off of these two teams, we talked a lot about them off the top here, and they've been our biggest fan bases. So, that we appreciate everyone who's been listening. If you were starting a team tomorrow, Jack, you're starting a team tomorrow for the 2024 NFL season, Jordan Love or CJ Stroud, they're both on the board. Who are you taking?
I'd take CJ Stroud. Our Packers fan base won't like that.
Well, they'll understand, though.
I think Jordan Love is flat out awesome.
Getting him in this jersey too.
But to win a big game, like a do or die must-win game, who do I want as my quarterback? I take CJ Stroud.
Is it close?
I think he's a little more talented. I think it's very close. I know Love hasn't made a mistake in a long time, but I'd still
look at Ziggy's face.
I still trust CJ Stroud to make a mistake less than Jordan Love.
I'm taking the guy who went on the road and beat the second best defense in the NFL.
Well, you're a Packer fan. I mean, that makes
you're a
sense.
Packer fan. You're a Packer fan. I mean, I would take Mason Rudolph.
I see a fact. And here's what the fact is, right? The fact is Jordan Love is better. Sorry.
Okay. Hey, producer Zach, we said we wanted to hear from you a little bit this episode. I feel like a lot of the fans who have been listening, as we've had a little surge lately, haven't heard producer Zach's voice as much as they should lately.
Yeah, the fans
it might be for the better, because producer Zach, you never know what he's going to say.
Yeah, he is a little bit of a wild card. He's a little bit like, Pat McAfee's been going off.
Stroud or Tua?
Stroud or Tua?
Oh, well, Zach's off the Tua train.
Yeah, I'm off the Tua train.
Zach was begging for Kirk Cousins the other night.
Stroud or Love?
Stroud or
Oh,
Love.
no, you should have seen it. When we were watching the Dolphin-Chief game, Zach was begging for Kirk Cousins, essentially. He's like, oh, I'll take Kirk. I'll take Kirk any day of the week. It's like, now you come back.
Yeah, it comes back, yep.
So, CJ Stroud or Jordan Love, Zach, if you could replace Tua in Miami next year?
Stroud.
I'm with you. I think it is really, if I were ranking quarterbacks in the league, I would probably have, Mahomes, Lamar, Allen, Burrow, Stroud 5, then like Herbert 6, and Love 7 right now. I think it's that close.
Am I a fool? I'm sitting here wearing this shirt, and I'm picking CJ Stroud.
Oh, see, I think
you're
CJ Stroud's the right answer.
No, I'm a fool. I mean, what Jordan Love just did this week on the road.
No, he's been great. They've both been great, but CJ Stroud.
Jordan Love's my answer.
How great of a Super Bowl matchup would that be?
I'm staring here with this Packers helmet, Superman. Jordan Love's my answer.
I would love to see the Packers get crushed by San Francisco this week. But a matchup between the Texans and the Packers would just be a great game to watch.
Yeah, it would. For our show, too.
Huge value.
Our fans would go back and forth at it.
That's crazy. What if they both beat... one beats Baltimore and the other one beats the 49ers? Like, how do you have the discussion again?
Our show's popping off.
How do you have the discussion?
Then we'll see more fans start to listen, because there might be something to it. Like, there might be something beyond football at that point, where
it's funny, our biggest fan bases are going the furthest,
and not just going far, but going far despite expectations of being bad.
Yeah.
It's
almost like someone said D'Amico Ryans was the coach of the year, and Ziggy said somebody else was going to be.
Let us know in the comments section, Texans and Packers fans who are watching. That's what a stupid question from me. Let us know, who would you take, CJ Stroud or Jordan Love?
Yeah, Texans and Packers.
I'll be honest. I just want to see the fights. I want to see a fight between it, because the fan bases are so nice. The Texans and the Packers. See them get a little bit more feisty.
I don't even think they would. They'd be like, love it, and it's true. Like, they're both great quarterbacks. I want to see the Packers fan who says CJ Stroud, though. The Packers fans, I think some of them would rather have Stroud, but no, you can't right now with the way Love's been. You can't trade him for anyone.
As a Packers fan, no.